Hello, Patriots, and welcome to the channel. We have breaking news today about COVID-19. It has mutated. That is what viruses do. They will change. That's why there's no cure for the common cold. It keeps changing and mutating too quickly to be able to find a cure or even a vaccine for it. And the new syndrome that's coming out is called IKB-20. The 20 stands for the year 2020, the year that it's come out. And just when you thought 2020 doesn't have anything else it can throw at us, sure enough, here comes something else down the pike. IKB is already affecting millions of Americans, and they don't even realize it. IKB stands for I know, but IKB. When a person has IKB, it doesn't matter how much evidence that they are shown about COVID-19 that it's not really as bad as we have all been led to believe. It doesn't matter how much evidence, how much logic, how many number crunching. They will act like, I know that, but I'm going to act like I don't know that and just ignore that I was presented all of this evidence. There's an easy 5-part test to find out if you might have been affected by IKB. Let's find out. Part number 1. It literally says right on the mask box that these will not provide any protection at all against COVID-19. Is your response to this A? That's one of the reasons I don't wear one. Or is your response B? I know, but I wear one for protection even though it clearly says it provides no protection at all. If you answered B, you might have I don't know but or IKB syndrome. Part number 2. According to today's statistics, only 1% of Americans reportedly have tested positive for COVID-19. Is your response to this information A? That means 99% of people I meet don't even have it. Or is your response B? I know, but I'm going to assume everyone has it and insist they stay at least 6 feet away from me and cover their mouths at all times in public. If you answered B, you might have IKB syndrome. Part number 3 of the test. There are 326.7 million Americans, and there have been 154,002 U.S. deaths attributed to COVID-19, meaning your chances of surviving this virus in the United States are literally 99.9%. Is your response to this information, why have I been put out of work or my kid out of school or inconvenienced at all for a virus with a 99.9% survival rate? Or is your answer B? I know, but I think if I catch it, I have a good chance of dying. If you answered B, you might have IKB syndrome. Part 4. Teams of medical doctors testified in front of the Supreme Court a week ago and literally said that airborne virus particles, including COVID-19, are so microscopic that they pass through masks as easily as sand through a chain link fence, were their exact words. Is your response to this information A, I don't want to be forced to wear a mask since it doesn't actually stop the virus? Or is your response B, I know, but I know better than all those doctors, and it really does block the microscopic virus particles? If you answered B, you might have IKB syndrome. Part number 5. In 1968-69, the Hong Kong flu, called H3N2, that pandemic virus killed more than 1 million people. Yet in the United States, there were no lockdowns, no businesses closed, no schools canceled, no mandates to wear a mask, no restrictions on how many people can be in a group, no nothing. In the United States back in 2009, there were more than 60 million cases of the swine flu, technically called the H1N1 virus, that pandemic, and yet there were no lockdowns, no businesses closed, no schools canceled, no mask mandates, no restrictions on how many people can be a group, nothing. But in 2020 in the United States, there has been only 4 million cases of COVID, meaning you were literally 15 times more likely to catch the deadly swine flu virus than you are to catch COVID-19. Yet now, during the Trump administration, there are lockdowns, businesses closed, schools canceled, mandates forcing you to wear a mask, restrictions on how many people can be in a group, and many other things. Is your response to this information A, well, that proves the actions concerning this virus are based on a political agenda? Or is your response B, I know, but I'm still going to act like this has not happened in 100 years? If you answered B to one or more of these questions, then you might have been affected with IKB, I know but syndrome. What's amazing to me is that no matter how much evidence that is presented, how many numbers are crunched, how much logic that we go through, there are still those pushing this agenda of fear and those who are swallowing everything that they take down. The people who say, I know everything you just presented is very easy to verify, it all makes logical sense, but I'm going to act like I've never seen any of that, and I'm just going to continue to go with whatever the government and whatever the media tells me because they're such wonderful, trusted sources of information. It basically boils down to 5 simple things. Number 1, this is a real virus. Number 2, even though it's a real virus, the vast majority of Americans don't actually have it. So stop acting like they do. Number 3, even of the people who do have it, the overwhelming majority of them don't die from it, so there's no reason to be so incredibly scared of what gives most people just flu-like symptoms. Number 4, even in recent history, America and the world has faced deadly pandemic viruses like this, so don't be acting like this is only something that happens once every 100 years, because it's not. And finally, number 5, there have been other deadly virus pandemics that you were literally 15 times more likely to catch, and yet we didn't shut anything down at all, now did we? And that really proves beyond any shadow of a doubt, this is being run because of a political agenda. I hope this is maybe being a help to you and an encouragement for you. If you're one of the people that's pushing back, saying, hey, listen, this is a political agenda. There's a real virus, but it's not anything that we've not dealt with even in recent history, then maybe this will help you and encourage you to know that you are not alone. Make sure that you tune in each and every time there's a video. If you want to be notified, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also that little bell icon. By hitting the bell icon, it means you'll be notified the next time that there is a video. And until next time, I'm Lee Watts for Patriot Point. Stand strong, America, and breathe free.